We're back in wrestling country, starting our series tonight from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. A top 5 matchup in Pennsylvania AA, where Bishop McDevitt High School will take on Montoursville in the first of our dynamic doubleheader. Then we'll travel down to Marietta, Georgia for women's college action. It is Life University versus Presbyterian College. 2 duels taking center stage here on FloWrestling. Hello and welcome once again to FloWrestling Night in America. Glad to have you. I'm Shane Sparks alongside former Nebraska Kearney wrestler J.D. Rader. Last week in Pennsylvania, a great dual meet. Another good one tonight. A pair of undefeated teams, both ranked in the top 5 in Pennsylvania AA.
Yeah, last week's going to be hard to top, but number 3 versus number 4, quality wrestling that really could come down to the wire when it's all said and done.
And then some college women's action. Life University, what a job they have done there in Marietta, Georgia, coming off a national dual meet championship. And for Presbyterian College, an up-and-coming program.
An up-and-coming program with a huge opportunity to take on a powerhouse, like you said, on the college women's wrestling scene for the past handful of years.
FloWrestling Night in America, back at it next Wednesday with Lander and Life. And then we'll end the month, Moundsview and Simile. Both those dual meets right here on FloWrestling's FloWrestling Night in America. We'll begin this dual meet at 145 pounds. JD, that second half shaping up to be really good.
Absolutely. 121, 127, 133, all top 15 ranked matchups. Specifically that 121 matchup, that's top 10. And those toss-ups could become key as this is going to be a tight team race.
For the Crusaders of Bishop McDevitt, they have Ryan Lawler ranked 3rd in the state at 152. For the Warriors, a pair of ranked wrestlers in Gage Wenzel, he's ranked 4th at 172. And Landon Morehart, the heavyweight, ranked 10th in the state for Montoursville. Dual meet begins here at 145 pounds. As I mentioned, both these teams undefeated. Bishop McDevitt comes in a perfect 12-0, Montoursville 11-0. So should be a great matchup. Both teams top 5 in Pennsylvania AA. Here we go, 145 pounds. Easton Comp, a junior, ranked 9th in the state for Bishop McDevitt. State qualifier a year ago with a record of 39-14.
There's a nice knee pull, single leg, and the quick finish for Comp to get on the board first. Think he could be in a little trouble with that cross wrist tilt. There it is.
Great start to the first period for Easton Comp. 14-6 on the season. All 14 of his wins, JD, bonus point victories. He gets that quick takedown and a 4-point tilt. 7-0 just 40 seconds in. Hunter G's a junior, coming off an 8th place finish at the Heartland Athletic Championships. Tough task here for Hunter G against Easton Comp, ranked 9th in Pennsylvania in AA. State qualifier a year ago, inside of a minute, leading at 7-0. A lot of pressure in that top position. Has the wrist. And if you're Hunter G, really tough spot to be in as Comp's going to roll it through one more time.
Yeah, just that same cross wrist tilt with elbow control. And if you're strong, you get a cross wrist and that elbow control, that's all you need.
With that 4-point near fall, you can rack those points up in a hurry. And a 4-point near fall right now would end this match. It is a 15-0 tech fall for Easton Comp, the junior from Bishop McDevitt. He improves to 15-6 on the season. All 15 wins are bonus points. And Bishop McDevitt strikes first with a tech fall here at 145. Gotta love a little Bee Gees here, JD.
Yeah.
You seem like a Bee Gees kind of guy. You're kind of an old school.
A little bit. I like it.
152 for Montoursville, Ryan Meredith. And for Bishop McDevitt, Ryan Lawler.
Next up at 152 pounds, ranked third in the state in AA is Ryan Lawler, a senior. Wrestling Ryan Meredith, a junior from Montoursville. Lawler, two-time state qualifier, placed on both occasions. He was fourth as a sophomore, third as a junior, both times at 145, and wasting no time, gets that quick takedown, JD, leading it 3-0, 10 seconds in. Great urgency.
And that's how you show it when you're at home. Just head in the hole, run into the go-behind. And a similar tilt there for Lawler that we saw in match one, but he's got double wrist control. Normally you see a guy go wrist and elbow to secure the entire arm there. He went doubles on the wrist, though. Could be why he only got 2 back points there instead of 4.
Lawler, a Bucknell commits. 17-3, and this is senior season. 15 bonus point victories. This season a runner-up at the Penstro Leasing Kickoff Classic earlier this season. FloWrestling Pennsylvania AA rankings has Max Stein of Faith Christian Academy ranked number 1. Devin Magro of Bishop McCourt ranked number 2. Magro with that huge win against Buzakis last Wednesday night at Wyoming Seminary.
The comeback.
5-0. Lawler with an arm bar, sinks it in a little bit deeper. He's got 40 seconds to work with here in this first period. If you are Meredith, JD, you want to get your head off the mat, work up and build the base.
Yeah, you know, I like the way Bishop McDevitt has worked on top so far here on these first 2 matches. They're working for turns while keeping the pressure on. They haven't really moved off the hips too much, but you can still see here, they are still looking to turn on top.
Another tilt. That has been the go-to bread and butter early on here for the Crusaders. And in short time, Lawler will add more near fall, and he leads it 7-0 to the second period. Lawler with the choice, he'll defer. Meredith takes a look over at his corner and will go neutral. Meredith this season 8-12. He does have 3 falls. He was 6th at the Heartland Athletic Conference Championships recently for Montoursville. Another quick takedown, and it's going to be takedown and near fall. He's going to settle in. And Lawler looking for the fall here at 152, puts 6 on the scoreboard. For the Crusaders, a tech fall at 145 from Easton Comp. Ryan Lawler, ranked 3rd in the state in AA, gets a fall, and it's a quick start here for Bishop McDevitt.
I said it pre-duel. This could come down to toss-ups and tight duels. What also matters is getting bonus points when you're a huge favorite. So far, Bishop McDevitt has come out and taken care of business and done their jobs and picked up bonus points where they're supposed to.
Now wrestling at 160 for Montoursville, Hayden Harvey. And for Bishop McDevitt, Nikki Negron.
Looking forward to this matchup here at 160. Nikki Negron, a sophomore, 18-3 record for Bishop McDevitt's. Hayden Harvey, he's also a sophomore, brings with him a record of 20-4. A couple of guys off to really good starts.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one.
Negron, 16 bonus point victories. Negron, a runner-up at the Penstro Leasing Kickoff Classic early on in the season. No score, 20 seconds in. What are you always looking for, JD, in competitive matches in that first minute?
Yeah, come out and set the tone, right? So if you're a collar tie guy, come out, get to your tie, and do what you like to do. If you're a guy that likes to operate from space more, make sure you have your distance and you're liking what you see in, but set the tone and dictate where you want the match to go.
Harvey, 14 bonus point victories. He's got 8 falls. Coming off a spectacular freshman season. He was at 145. He had 35 wins. Good hard snap and go behind. And it's a takedown for Negron. The quick escape from Harvey. 3-1. That was just pure physicality.
Yeah, you said it. No kidding. one direction, then the other. A sprinkle of finesse and that physicality going one direction, then the other. That was really good stuff.
50 seconds here in this first period. Harvey this season, 5th at the King of the Mountain, and he is a Heartland Athletic Conference champion. He trails it here 3-1. Similar situation once again here with Negron. Looking for a second takedown. Single leg here on the edge. And what great work there from Negron. Gets his second takedown, leading at 6-1. You mentioned the word finesse before, JD. That was some finesse, some really good mat awareness. Stayed patient on that finish.
Yeah, gritty finish is how I would describe that. And you know, he originally came up to the waist with that right attack hand, which allowed Harvey to throw in the wizard, which made things a little bit more difficult for him probably in the long run, but it's all good when you end up with the takedown anyways.
A little bit surprised he gave the escape that easy in short time off the restart, but he continues to take territory, heavy with his hands. Negron with a pair of takedowns, 6-2 to the second period. Negron will go on bottom. Bishop McDevitt, as a team, won the Penstro Leasing Kickoff Classic. That wrestled in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. They were 8th at the Powerade. 5-0 at the Cedar Duels. They won that tournament. And they've been doing a lot of wrestling. Won last night at Wilson Westlawn 46-19. Had 9 wins, 8 bonus point victories. Wrestling tonight, they're back at it tomorrow against Steelton Highspire, and then escape the Rock this weekend. You know what they do in Pennsylvania, JD?
They wrestle.
They wrestle in Pennsylvania. Negron, the quick escape.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk on the Division I college level about match counts and guys not getting as many matches as they used to. That's not the case in high school. Not yet, anyway.
Negron underhook there on that right side. 2 takedowns in that first period. Halfway through this second period. FloWrestling Night in America. Glad to have you, Shane Sparks. JD Raider doubleheader tonight. Bishop McDevitt and Montoursville. Then it is Life University and Presbyterian College in women's freestyle. If you are Harvey, JD, how do you generate some offense?
Yeah, so right now you're letting Negron get to his ties. We see him in that Russian 2-on-1 right now. You got to pick up motion a little bit. Negron, he's still staying on the attack, but the pace has slowed just a tad. You got to feel that and start to get to your offense.
Straight on shot there from Harvey. Out of bounds, 17 seconds showing in this second period. 11-0 Bishop McDevitt, getting bonus point victories at 145 and 152. Harvey will have the choice in this third period. And he is going to go underneath. Montoursville last night, a 35-28 win at Mifflinburg. They won 7 matches, 6 bonus point victories. As a team this season, they were champions at the King of the Mountain, beat Central Mountain. They wrestled at Powerade. They won the PHAC Duels. It's the Heartland Athletic Conference. And then last Saturday won the conference individual championship tournaments.
Yeah,
With a three-point takedown, Harvey getting himself right back into this match, and of course Negron looking for bonus.
Absolutely. I think Harvey spent a little bit too much time in these tie-ups right now. Obviously, that's where Negron wants to be. He's a physical guy. Harvey's got a little length. Don't be afraid to work from space, get some fakes going.
Great job there from Negron, switching sides. He just didn't stop. And now he's up 11-3. He's really good in that position.
He's going to look to go and get a couple more here. He might be smelling blood in the water.
Really heavy with the snaps. Show an optional start. Gives the escape, so it's a 7-point lead for Nicky Negron.
I'll tell you what, Negron wrestles like a college wrestler.
Moving forward with that underhook. Pushing Harvey off the mat.
Nicky, he's gonna reach. Post it.
60 seconds left here in this third period. The Crusaders looking for another bonus point victory. And this time, Harvey able to ride Negron out of bounds. That was his best attack up to this point in the match.
Yeah, a little bit of life.
Situation here with 50 seconds left. You're looking for something to feel good about.
Some energy, some effort.
Get that one takedown.
Absolutely.
Scoreboard reads 12-4. Another great attack there from Negron. He's got some slickness.
Yeah, he felt the pressure in perfectly. Just hit that little elbow pass slide by.
Now all of a sudden, JD, still 28 seconds left. It'd be a tall task, but perhaps Negron right here thinking about a tech fall.
A 4-point turn would get you there. We haven't really seen him show any effort on top yet. It would take a couple takedowns. So we'll see if he tries to turn. Looks like he is going to go on top, not optional.
Switches sides off the whistle. Harvey works to his feet, and Negron will give the escape. Down to 20 seconds. There's that hard snap that we've seen in this match from Nicky Negron. Looking for one last go behind. Caution on Negron. (15-5) major decision for Nicky Negron. The sophomore picks up his 17th bonus point victory of the season as he improves to 19-3. Negron over Harvey here at 160. And with that major decision, the Crusaders extend their lead over the Warriors to 15-0. It is Bishop McDevitt and Montoursville here on FloWrestling Night in America. Wrestling fans, this is for you. Access every match, rankings, and exclusive content with your FloWrestling annual subscription. Whether you're following high school, college, or freestyle, FloWrestling has you covered with live events, interviews, and more. Don't miss a single moment of the action, only on FloWrestling. Shane Sparks, JD Raider. Bishop McDevitt High School, a top 5 matchup in Pennsylvania AA. Good start for Bishop McDevitt as they lead Montoursville 15-0. 3 bonus point victories for the Crusaders. And if you are Montoursville, JD, Gage Wenzel, ranked 4th in the state, one of your leaders, time to switch momentum.
That's right. We talked about coming out and taking care of business, doing your job, doing what you're supposed to do. Now's the time. If you're Wenzel, when you come out, you do what you're supposed to do.
Now wrestling at 172.
FloWrestling subscription, by the way, a must-have, like $12 a month. I mean, a 12-pack of soda costs about $10 a month these days.
Think about all the value.
That's insane.
You get.
$150 annual subscription, constantly adding events, so much content, rankings. FloWrestling. 172 pounds, Gage Wenzel ranked 4th in the States. Here for Montoursville, trying to put the Warriors on the board. 2-time state place winner. He was 5th as a freshman down at 145. As a sophomore at 152, he placed 4th. And he's been impressive. 24-4 this season, 17 bonus point victories, 10 falls, and 7 tech falls to his credit. Ryan Langle, a junior, comes in 11-7. 8 bonus point victories for Langle. And nice job right there from Wenzel to get behind and get the takedown.
That eases slide by. We saw it in the last match. Again here.
Wenzel getting it done in the classroom as well. All-state academic. Placed at the power 8. He was 6th.
2, 3, 4.
A takedown and 4 near fall to make it 7-0. Earlier this season, Wenzel was 3rd at the King of the Mountain, and most recently, a Heartland Athletic Conference champion. Has that hammer lock, brings that wrist behind.
Get your knees underneath you. Get your knees underneath you.
And in really good shape in this top position. Still 35 seconds to work with, JD.
I really like the physicality there I saw on the edge. Pulling Langle back in, giving himself some space to work. He's clearly very dominant from the top position. He knows it wants to continue to work from here.
Almost was able to thread the needle. And they whistle potentially dangerous.
Hey, Langle, right off the whistle. Right off the whistle.
Clear your hands.
You hear the Bishop McDevitt corner saying, hey, Langle, right off the whistle. Want to get those quick starts.
Absolutely.
Anticipate the whistle. You have a couple cautions to give.
Especially with only 9 seconds.
Caution on Wenzel. I've said it, JD, a million times. If I wrestled for you someday, I'm not sure if I'd win matches, but I can promise you this. I would lead the team in cautions. I'll give you that. It reminds me a little bit, as the first period comes to a close 7-0 Wenzel, when a guy is in a match and maybe doesn't do a whole lot, and then the match is over and he goes sprinting off the match.
Where was that energy?
Where was that energy during the match?
Absolutely.
It's kind of like a guy's riding you and you don't give up any cautions. I would ask you, I mean, try to anticipate the whistle. Get an edge. You got a couple to give. Take a chance. Eight nothing. Quick escape inside of 10 seconds.
And I like the way Wenzel turned and was immediately back in Langle's face.
It's a great time to attack. Right off that escape, get right back in on the legs. Now he's got a single leg on the edge, able to corral both ankles. 3 more for Wenzel. And the 4th ranked junior for Montoursville with an 11-0 advantage. It's kind of like JD making a football analogy. Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears, really good rookie. Didn't throw a whole lot of interceptions, but sometimes late in the game, throw a pick. Like, try to win the game, try to make a play. You throw an interception,
Right.
you throw an interception. Got to take some risks.
Yep.
Got that armbar half opposite side, off to the side, running it. Got those shoe tops up on the Resolites, and Wenzel gets the slap of the Resolites. It is a pin for Gage Wenzel. And Montoursville is on the board as Wenzel picks up his 25th win of the season, his 115th win of his career. Wenzel's brother Brandon was a 4-time state placer and a state champion for the Warriors, now wrestling at Lock Haven. Did you have Caleb Williams on your bingo card tonight?
I did not. I would have thought you would have dropped a Packer before Bear.
Yeah, tough week for the NFC North with the Packers and the Vikings. But the Lions are still in the mix.
That's right.
189 pounds. Landon Blouch, a 10-8 senior with 9 falls for Bishop McDevitt. And a senior from Montoursville, Owen Kleinman, comes in with a mark of 17-8, 8 falls. Kleinman with a single leg looking for the finish. What does he want to do here?
He's one that gets that leg to the outside just like he did. Then it's much easier to finish. Blouch doing a great job here fighting there, keeping that far leg back. Just as I say that, Kleinman's able to pull it in, scoop the far leg, and get the takedown.
Kleinman, as a freshman, wrestled 138, was 152 as a sophomore, 172 as a junior, and here he is at 189. I like seeing guys put weight on.
Absolutely.
All-state academic in the classroom. Going to work on top, has the wrists. And has that half Nelson opposite side. And he's in really good shape right here with just under a minute to work with in this opening period. Kleinman, all conference on the gridiron as well, plays tight end and linebacker. 15-6. Bishop McDevitt with the lead. But Montoursville getting a pin from Gage Wenzel. And Owen Kleinman looking for a fall as well. Blouch able to roll through once again. Just a 3-0 match, JD.
Yeah, just a takedown so far. I'll tell you what, though, I like the effort from Kleinman on top. He is working hard.
Working for a turn, as you mentioned before, with some of the matches. It's one thing to ride, it's another thing to turn.
Short time, you got 10.
Kleinman controlling that near wrist. Gets the takedown and the ride out. Kleinman 3-0 lead of the second period.
Red defers to green.
Kleinman defers.
Hey, first green. D-spot, get your chest up.
And Blouch is going to go on bottom after Kleinman rode him the majority of that first period. Regardless of level of wrestling, JD, you have got to be able to get out from underneath.
Always.
Sinks in that arm bar right off the whistle. Ankle pass there from Blouch.
Got to be careful passing ankles in the bottom position, right? Because from neutral, you can expose your back all you want. When you're underneath, the second you expose your back, referee's going to start swiping.
Yes. Near fall criteria is met. Blouch works to his feet. Fighting hands. Nice work underneath with that escape 3-1 match. That was well done.
Yeah, Blouch did a good job underneath. He got ridden for quite some time. He didn't let that deter him, though.
Now Blouch drops in on a leg, but feeling those hips of Kleinman. Now he's able to put Kleinman on his right hip. Got to make that turn if he can. And just like that, Blouch is leading it 4-3.
The tides have turned. He did a great job of elevating that bottom foot and putting Kleinman in the danger position. But look at this, kind of a Fat Man Peterson roll.
So it's going to be a reversal and some back points here for Kleinman. This one has gone back and forth in the second period. 35 seconds remaining in the second.
Now Kleinman's got to get his hips out and turn down.
So that was a 6-point move, essentially with the reversal and the near fall off that Peterson roll. So Kleinman reclaims the lead 9-4, short time in the second. Kleinman has that near ankle scooped up, now looking for an inside cradle as he buries his head in the side.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get this, but he is preventing Blouch from really be able to get to his base and work up and work for that late escape.
Fun second period. Kleinman chooses bottom.
Bottom is the position he has scored 6 of his 9 points.
Kleinman 17-5 this season. Blouch also a really good football player as well. There's a roll off the whistle. And you said it, JD. He's a reversal machine.
And if he can stay in between these legs, continue to climb up and shelf that, he's got the far one shelved. Now if he can shelf that bottom leg as well, he can look to score some back points here.
8 unanswered here for Kleinman.
And now he's riding a Navy. You know, I don't think we see enough Navy rides anymore. If done correctly, it can be an effective turn.
1:23 period. Kleinman continues to control that near wrist. Several times he's gone opposite side half. Blouch with his elbows out, gives up those wrists. Kleinman again with that near ankle scooped up. Just keeping the pressure on Blouch. 50 seconds left. If you're Kleinman here, JD, up by 7, why do you cut him and try to get that takedown for the major?
Potentially. Especially with Blouch looking really content here to just stay on his base and not give up a turn.
This is what we saw in the first period. Kleinman got the opening takedown and was able to ride Blouch but couldn't turn him. Down to 25 seconds. Blouch doing all he can to build up, build a base. Again, Kleinman heading the side. Back-to-back victories here for Montoursville. This is an 11-4 decision. And Owen Kleinman picks up his 18th win of the season. $15-9 now on the team scoreboard. I like some of the music they're playing here.
Good selection. That's quite the compliment coming from a music man like yourself.
This isn't bad. I like the Undertaker music that played a couple matches ago. Lucas Lawler, a senior ranked 3rd in Pennsylvania AA, leading it 3-1. Wrestling Gabe Vanderwall, who's a junior, now 6-1, 2 quick takedowns. When you were at Nebraska Kearney, JD, you have walkout music?
Yeah.
What did you go with?
I never got to do the walkout music. We only did it for select duels, never one I started. And I think I would have gone with Who Let the Dogs Out, though.
Who Let the Dogs Out? For me, Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
Absolutely. And you talk about, JD, that has stood the test of time. That came out and I want to say 1991, maybe 1990 late. I was a freshman in high school. Kickstart My Heart is still good. AC/DC Thunderstruck is still good.
Still good.
Anything AC/DC is always good. Back in Black inside Carver doesn't get much better than that. I mean, AC/DC, the best. 12-4, halfway through this first period. Lucas Lawler was 8th as a sophomore at the state tournament at 172, was 4th as a junior at 189. Super impressive this season. Plays 3rd at the Powerade. He's 22-1 with 13 falls. Could it be 14? Yes, it is. Lucas Lawler now 23-1. And Bishop McDevitt's, believe, JD, that is the second pin of the dual meet for the Crusaders. They got one from Ryan Lawler at 152, and that gives us a score of 21-9. 285 coming up. It is Bishop McDevitt and Montoursville here on FloWrestling Night in America. College sports have a home on Flow College. Watch more than 12,000 college sporting events from 100 schools and 12 different conferences only on Flow College. Head to flowcollege.com today to see everything now. Bishop McDevitt High School in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The Crusaders leading the Montoursville Warriors 21-9 in this top 5 matchup in Pennsylvania AA. What's impressed you most up to this point, JD?
You know, I think it's actually the top work from both teams. Shouldn't, coming from a Pennsylvania high school duel, they are known for their mat wrestling, but I've been really impressed with it here tonight.
I know people love that three-point takedown, JD, and understandably so. I love the three-point takedown. It's grown on me a little bit. However, I don't like it as much as that 4-point near fall. Get to work on top. And one thing we've seen a lot of is the great transitions from a takedown to a tilt, just like that, a crooked 7th spot on the board.
Huge, huge, huge. And what I like about it is we've already seen it in a couple of these matches. A comeback or bonus points is almost always on the table until the last final couple seconds.
We are here at 285, ranked 10th in Pennsylvania AA as Landon Morehart. He's a state qualifier. He was 36-14 last season, won a regional title. He's 18-5 this season. And David Smith is a junior for Bishop McDevitt. 15-6 mark, 6 falls. He was 6th at the Penstro Leasing Kickoff Classic earlier this season. No score, 35 seconds in. Morehart, all-conference football player, no surprise. Plays on the offensive and defensive lines. And for Morehart this season, third at the King of the Mountain, and was a Heartland Athletic Conference runner-up. 21-9. Bishop McDevitt with the lead. 60 seconds first period here at heavyweights. Anytime I'm watching heavyweights, JD, I'm watching below the knee. How active are they with their feet?
Mm-hmm.
You could watch a lot of wrestling matches just watching feet only and have a pretty good idea what the outcome's going to be.
No, I never thought about that, but yeah, I agree.
That's the kind of analysis you're going to get from a guy that won the Fond du Lac Youth Classic 3 times. Won that first one back in 84. 83 was tough. I took third. Was in first grade. I came back in second grade, took the title back home. And in those days, JD, we didn't get a 50-pound trophy. You got a ribbon, and you liked it, and you felt good about it. I don't think they started giving medals away when I was a kid until I was in like 5th grade. And then if you won it, you got a medal. Second place, the red ribbon.
Back to the ribbon.
Get off my lawn, JD. Get off my lawn. No score after the first period. A lot of times you ask wrestlers, what's the last thing that you think about when you toe the line? What's the last thing your corner tells you? And often you hear, move your hands, move your feet. Move your hands, move your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Morehart quickly to his feet and gets that quick escape. We're back wrestling neutral.
Now that we're here into the second, it'll be interesting to see if one guy is going to open up a little bit on the feet.
And with these guys, slide bys, maybe some snatch singles, sweep singles. Don't want to get caught underneath.
Right.
I love snatch single. Both guys heavy with the hands, collar ties, forehead to forehead.
There's that snatch single you were looking
Smith.
for, Shane.
I like that.
I do too.
A lot of times, too, like using that as a fake.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute left in this second period. Morehart, the quick escape in the second period, the lone score on the board. Morehart ranked 10th in the FloWrestling Pennsylvania AA rankings. Inside of 30 seconds.
This is a classic heavyweight match. Classic heavyweight battle right here.
Jason Bryant texted me, of course, he went to Old Dominion. NCAA finalist Ryan Williams walked out to kickstart my heart. I do not know if he won the match or not. That's the key. 1-0 to the third. In the past couple of years, I liked Pat Gloria Princeton walking out to Cinderella Man. That was good. Beat Matt Ramos in that final.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised you, not that you didn't like that, but it would have been good to see, New Jersey come out to some Springsteen.
True. I will say this. I went to a Springsteen concert. He's a great performer, high effort, but I'm not a huge Bruce Springsteen guy. Super talented. 1-1 with the escape. We are back to neutral. Who's going to take a risk? Waiting for one of these guys to open up, get to their offense. They've been heavy on the head. But this match has been wrestled neutral in all about 10 to 15 seconds. David Smith trying to knock off 10th ranked Landon Morehart. And I don't believe, JD, anybody's been hit with stalling.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm not a big fan of the double stall call, but I'd use it here.
You know, I like it.
Okay. I don't love it, but
If both guys aren't looking to score, two guys can be stalling at the same time.
wouldn't disagree with that.
And I will say, I give a little more grace to heavyweights because heavyweight wrestling truly is almost a different, I don't want to say sport, but it's a completely different ball game, right, in terms of risk and reward when it comes to attacking and going underneath your opponent.
Looked like Smith was just trying to hunt down some double unders. He's picked it up a little bit right now.
And, you know, that's what I would have been advising, you know, the second half of the second period and third period, is maybe not picking up your shot rate, but the amount of ground you're taking, you know, how you're looking. Try and get a stalling call.
Williams did not win. He lost to Jay Jaggers, Ohio State. Not many guys showed up under the lights like Jay Jaggers. And this match is going to sudden victory. Let's bring him back to the center. Each guy with an escape. 1 minute.
Smith with a nice underhook attack there in the last 2 seconds. Would have liked to maybe see that, you know, with 20 seconds to go, 30 seconds to go for Bishop McDevitt.
Right now, if you're Smith, you have 10th ranked Morehart against the ropes. You're in sudden victory. Don't regret not going down swinging. That's all I would say. I'd want to lose off of my attack. If I had to lose, that is. 25 seconds.
I was going to say, I would take winning on somebody else's attack rather than losing on my own.
Down to 10 seconds in this sudden victory. Working off that underhook was Smith. Had a good idea there, was thinking throw by. As they drift back center of the mat, another attempt from Smith, half shots. And we are going to the tiebreakers. It comes up red. So Morehart will go on bottom. And again, right here, nobody's been hit with stalling. So this is where mat awareness is big. Again, talking about those cautions early on. Try to get that edge. Quick stand up there for Morehart, and it was an escape in about 5 seconds. And the Warrior has reclaimed the lead 2-1.
Now, Smith was also able to escape in about 5 seconds.
Look at this. And Morehart gets the go behind. Smith did have the attack. He went for it. Tries a roll late in the final seconds.
Did he get it? I don't think so. They are going to give him the reversal.
They gave him the reversal.
Wow, I didn't think
so. 5-3. That was close.
The buzzer.
But I just love the mentality right there. Easy time to just lay down. Like, good job there by Smith.
He's still going to need a takedown here.
Or a reversal.
Or a reversal and right out.
Classic situation. You're telling Morehart, give up one, not two.
Well, and this is what you don't want. You got to explode up because you need all those 30 seconds to get a takedown.
Maybe a situation. So look for that reversal, but Morehart will give the escape. 5-4. We're down to 15 seconds.
Now it's for sure when you go down swinging.
It was a straight out shot to go behind. Therefore, Morehart will give the 10th ranked heavyweights in Pennsylvania AA the 8-4 decision as Morehart, 36 victories a year ago, picks up his 19th win of the season. He improves to 19-5. With that decision now 21-3. Bishop McDevitt leading Montoursville as we go from heavyweight down to 107.
It took a little bit, but that one ended strong.
The tiebreakers scored some points.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to this matchup right here, JD, at 107 pounds. You have Braden Lodier, a sophomore, ranked 3rd for Bishop McDevitt. And Brandon Eisenhower, he's a freshman with a record of 18-5, so a couple of solid underclassmen.
Now wrestling at 114 for Montoursville, Brandon Eisenhower, and for Bishop McDevitt, Aiken Smith.
So we had a forfeit at 107, so we will not see that matchup at 107. We go to 114. Brandon Eisenhower is going to bump up to 114 for Montoursville, and Aiken Smith wrestling for Bishop McDevitt. Smith gets behind and able to bring Eisenhower down to the Resolite. He scores the takedown, slides into half Nelson, sneaks that leg in. And the reversal makes it 3-2. You said it, JD. Different styles of wrestling between those upper weights and the smaller weights. 5 points combined, 35 seconds into this first period.
Eisenhower keeps giving up that cross wrist. Hasn't gotten turned yet, but that's a dangerous game to be playing.
Can tell Smith likes to be in this top position. So Bishop McDevitt got the forfeit at 107. So they now lead it 27-3. Or 12 rather. 37 seconds. Good breakdown from Smith. Gave up the first takedown, but has since had a reversal and tough in this top position. Thinking ball and chain tilt here perhaps.
That's what it looks like.
He's got 15 seconds to work with.
No, I like to come with that reverse half on the far side. If they're pointing their hips into you, you can't get that kind of reinforced bar. Tilt from the ball and chain. Reverse half it. Take them over if they're going to be on that far hip.
1 point match, 3-2 to the second period. Choice goes to you have Eisenhower going on bottom. Believe Smith had choice need a third.
Smith going on bottom.
Smith on bottom, rather. Quick escape. 3-3. Tie match, 1:35 in the second. Shot here on the edge on a single leg.
He's going to have to pull him in, give himself some room to work. He's trying to.
And he's got the takedown. And Aiken Smith takes the lead 6-3. Six unanswered from Aiken Smith. here in the second period gets the escape and the takedown.
I like how he immediately slapped that tight waist on, then transitioned from one tight waist straight to the other side.
And this is definitely where he wants to be. Now Eisenhower, JD, he'll have the choice in the third period, and I'd be shocked if he picked bottom.
I would agree.
He did get the first takedown in this match. Big 21 seconds right here, JD. Smith, solid job right there to stay behind hips. I've been really impressed with Aiken Smith on top. He is just busy.
Yeah, and he hasn't really, he has been working for turns, but he's been riding hips pretty tough. Unlike Eisenhower, when we saw him get on top, he really went for the turn, but you know what? He gave up a reversal because of it.
No surprise, Eisenhower picks neutral. Both these guys with a takedown. Eisenhower got the early takedown, but 6 straight from Smith. Good match here at 114. Brandon Eisenhower bumping up from 107. And here's Smith. He's got that left toe inside the cylinder as an Eisenhower skips away. No points. Quick shot there off the whistle. I like that idea, JD.
That's how he scored in the first, was right away within the first second, but
Beautifully executed double leg.
just posted right to it. Eisenhower didn't even see it coming. Just allowed a quick, clean finish.
120 remaining in this third period. And you see Smith taking a peek at his corner.
They want him to work for bonus points.
And what I like there, JD, is just being aware if you're Aiken Smith. Listen to your corner.
Be coachable.
Absolutely. Stay in tune to your corner. 9-4 score. Just over a minute remaining in this third period. Arm drag attempt there from Eisenhower. Counter shot, he's in deep. Looking to hook that ankle and score 3 more.
Now, if he scores here, he's been very dominant on top. Not a lot of turns, but he's been able to ride. Do you try and ride out for 45 seconds?
I think you do right here, just because he's been so good, has not been hit with stalling. He's up 12-4 with 40 seconds left.
I agree. It would be different if Eisenhower had been able to escape so far this match, but
good example in this match, too, with Aiken Smith. Gave up the first takedown. No problem. Stayed poised. You keep wrestling. You worry about the next position, the next point. It's okay to give some points up. As I mentioned, Eisenhower bumping up from 107, where he's been phenomenal this season. 18-5, was 4th at the King of the Mountain, 3rd at the Heartland Athletic Conference tournaments. And Smith stays right with him and gets that 12-4 major decision. Good awareness there at the end by Smith to stay on Eisenhower.
To the ankles, because I thought Eisenhower was going to get an escape there for a second. Had a really nice Granby. That was his best attempt at an escape all night, but didn't move off that Granby. Smith was able to capture the ankles.
So the major decision from Aiken Smith at 114 pounds. Bishop McDevitt leading Montoursville. It's FloWrestling Night in America here on FloWrestling. Sports are better on the big screen. Head to your preferred device app store to download the all-new FloSports TV apps for Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, and Chromecast. Set your favorites, search our library of live and on-demand content, and so much more. Download today. Bishop McDevitt leading Montoursville. Bishop McDevitt High School here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I want to mention this real quick, JD, because hats off to Brandon Eisenhower. There was going to be a forfeit at 114 by Montoursville. So Brandon Eisenhower bumps up to 114 to get the match. I respect that. He got better tonight. He didn't win tonight, but he got better. Going up against a really good guy, Nathan Smith. Take the opportunity to compete.
Absolutely.
Now wrestling at 120.
And this is one we had circled pre-match as absolutely a match to watch.
And there would have been a match, I believe, with Braden Lodier, really good sophomore at 107, but maybe a little mismatch wrestling there. I'm not sure what the case was, but when you bump up a weight class, always a tough challenge, but some really good lower weights for Bishop McDevitt. They are stacked in these lower weights, and this is a really good match right here. 121 pounds. Telly Bobatis, a junior, has a single leg shelved. Looking to chase down that right ankle. Oh, nice trip. And there's a takedown, well executed.
Methodical finish. He slowly worked through the progression, eventually got to his angle, came up above the knee, then shelved, then came up to his feet, and tripped Lawler down.
Bobatis, two-time state qualifier, both times at 107. Last season, a sectional and district champion. He was third at the regionals. 20-4 with 14 bonus point victories, and recently going over that century mark. He's 104-21 in his career. Lawler, 19-5, ranked 10th. He's a junior. Really good job here from Bobatis to get that takedown, leading it 3-0. And solid job in this top position. There's an escape to make it 3-1. Lawler, state qualifier. He was placed at the regionals to qualify for the Pennsylvania State tournaments. Half a minute left in this first period. 31-12, Bishop McDevitt's. Bobatis is an outstanding tennis player, all-state academic. You know what the good grades get you, JD, right?
What's that?
The big house, the white picket fence, the fancy car.
Yes,
The wrestling is great. The wrestling is phenomenal. But get it done in the classrooms. 3-1 score to the second period. Bobatis will be on top as Lawler goes underneath. Lawler this season was 6th at the Penstro Leasing Kickoff Classic. Looking for his 20th win of the season. It won't be easy. He'll have to knock off Telly Bobatis, the impressive junior, for the Warriors. Coming into this dual meet, Bishop McDevitt 12-0, Montoursville 11-0. Pair of undefeateds. Lawler with his second escape, trails it 3-2. Sweep single there for Bobatis.
Lawler's doing a good job of staying squared up this time.
Lawler working a whizzer.
It's going to be tough to finish here with that close shin whistle. You see Lawler grabbing his own ankle there.
Potentially dangerous whistle. Tonight's women's college action with Life University and Presbyterian College from Marietta, Georgia. We'll have that one right here on Flow Wrestling at 7 Eastern, 6 Central.
Ooh, what a slide by.
Slide by there from Lawler, and he takes the lead 5-3. Sinks in a half Nelson and flirting with some near fall. And you hear Lawler there screaming in pain. I believe, JD, it was his right ankle. You could see his body language. You could hear him. And reading his face, you could tell he was in some pain. Injury time for Liam Lawler. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, Bobatis caught that ankle lifted up. Nothing malicious or illegal in that. I didn't think he didn't go against the joint or anything. Just a tough situation, tough position.
Shane Sparks, JD Rader. Flow Wrestling Night in America. Of course, tomorrow you'll be back at it, Flow Wrestling Radio Live.
That's right, just a couple feet to our right.
What are you going to town on tomorrow?
We'll probably preview the weekend. A lot of good college wrestling on tap this weekend.
A couple of good ones on Friday on the Big Ten Network. We got Iowa and Illinois and Penn State, Nebraska.
I'll tell you what, the
45
momentum,
seconds, so close to near fall points.
the momentum has really shifted in this one with that quick slide by takedown. You can tell Lawler's tough on top, threatening multiple turns here.
He's been close a few times, JD. 30 seconds left as he's taken the lead in the second period, 5-3 with that takedown. This has been a really fun match. Bobatis got the first takedown. See Lawler with that half Nelson, short time, 15 seconds. That half Nelson and a tight waist as Bobatis tries to work up. Suffocating ride on top from Liam Lawler. The 10th ranked 121-pounder in Pennsylvania AA, according to the Flow Wrestling rankings. So now Bobatis will choose neutral. I like that call.
That's a great call, I think, as well. You're down by 2 points. A takedown puts you in the lead. Don't waste time underneath, even if you think you can get out.
Especially with Lawler, he was doing a nice job on top, and 2 or 3 times close to scoring near fall. It's a 2-point match, early third period. Bobatis and Lawler in a good scrap here at 121. Straight on double leg attempt there from Bobatis. Underhook on the right side. Hard snap there from Bobatis, but they are out of bounds. Back to the center with 1:26 left. Have you seen a noticeable opening from either guy?
Well, now we've got Bobatis here on the takedown. I was going to say, I like the sense of urgency.
This one is going back and forth. Bobatis gets the takedown to reclaim the lead, 6-5.
A minute's a long time to ride somebody out who knows they only need an escape to tie. But kind of like Bobatis had a sense of urgency on the feet, Lawler, you got to have a sense of urgency on bottom.
Bobatis sinks in a claw ride, now looking for a return. And he drives Lawler out of the basketball floor. 46 seconds. This has been a battle. I think it's safe to say, JD, up to this point, match of the night.
Yeah, so far.
Bobatis, 20 wins on the season. Lawler, 19 wins on the season.
Lawler favoring that ankle once again.
So, JD, I believe, did they call injury time here? Because I believe in high school wrestling that second injury time is choice to the opposition. In college, of course, it's after that first injury timeout.
That's what I think his coach is saying right now.
And if that's the case, be curious to see if they change from neutral.
You go back on your feet.
Or you're right, go back to neutral. Exactly.
Grab a trash.
I believe that's exactly what's happening, yes. So because it was the second injury timeout on Lawler, Bobatis gets the choice.
No escape points.
No
Score
escape.
remains 6-5.
Bobatis leading at 6-5. It was his choice. Down to 35 seconds. Bobatis, again, watch his feet. Staying really busy with his feet.
Now remember, Lawler scored with that slide by, so you got to be careful putting too much pressure in. This was a smart move, dropping in on that single leg.
And he's going to switch off to a double. Down to 15 seconds. Bobatis clinging to that right leg of Lawler. And it is a 6-5 decision for Telly Bobatis. The two-time state qualifier improves to 21-4. Bobatis over Lawler, JD, in a barn burner. That
was a scrap. Tip of the cap to both guys, but tonight it was Bobatis' night.
Telly Bobatis, the junior for the Warriors, gets his arm raised with a decision at 121. It's now 31-15 on the team scoreboard. Bishop McDevitt with the lead. Those wins feel so good.
Yes, they do.
Of course, on the flip side, they'll sting a little bit more.
Yeah, with an opponent who's clearly on your level, ranked, and a scrap.
Looking forward to this match at 127 pounds. For Bishop McDevitt, it's Grayson Music, a sophomore ranked 4th in Pennsylvania AA, and David Kennedy, a senior with a record of 15-4, a 3-time state qualifier. And it's going to instead be Brody Bauer. No Grayson Music, Brody Bauer.
No Kennedy.
There you go. No Kennedy.
Nice reattack there from Music. And they give the 3. Referee's in the way. I can't see if there was still a whizzer, but it doesn't matter when you put that opponent on your far hip and you've got both legs. That's going to be a takedown.
Grayson Music, JD, 18-2, 9 tech falls, scores a lot of points. Was a state runner-up last season as a freshman with a record of 40-11. He's working on some near fall with 1:10 remaining in the first period. Music a champion this season at the Penstro Leasing Kickoff Classic. Looking for a roll-through tilt. Gives the escape, wants to get back to work on his feet.
Oh,
whips him over onto his back. Grayson Music still has 30 seconds left on the clock and will adjust a little bit. And he gets the fall.
At 127, Grayson Music.
Another pin for the Crusaders, this one at 127. As Grayson Music picks up his 19th win, he's now 19-2. 6 more on the board for Bishop McDevitt. And with 2 matches left, they lead it 37-15. Bishop McDevitt has locked up the dual meet, so they'll improve to 13-0, while Montoursville falls to 11-1. But still 2 matches here. So here is David Kennedy. So Kennedy bumps up to 133. Wrestling Zach Kraus. Kraus ranked 7th. He's a sophomore in Pennsylvania AA. Kennedy looking to finish off a double leg, and he's got the 3.
Yeah, really good finish there. Good shot. I love a nice big finish.
David Kennedy, JD, is a 3-time state qualifier. As a freshman at 120, last 2 seasons at 127. Last season, he's 42-7. He wins sectionals, he wins districts, and he wins regionals. And the night before the start of the state tournament, he suffers a spider bite and misses the state tournament.
That's got to be a first. I've never heard of such a thing.
Working a 2-on-1 on the edge halfway through this first period with a 3-1 lead. That's why I always say, it's never about tomorrow, it's never about next year. You don't know what's coming in 10 minutes. Gets a spider bite of all things, and it ends his season. And he's right back in with another good leg attack. Makes that turn. Shin whizzer defense from Kraus. And it's the second takedown of the period for David Kennedy, who now leads at 6-1. Sinks in that claw ride once again. Kennedy this season, 15-4 with 11 bonus point victories. 134-36 in his career with 80 falls. Another guy that gets it done in the classroom, all-state academic. Sinks in that power half late in this first period. Gets the 2 takedowns, finishes on top. He's up by 5 to the second. Zane Kraus with the choice for, I believe, deferred.
Kennedy took neutral. And I liked what I saw from Kennedy in period number 1. He's just a bulldog, man.
And now here's Kraus with a leg attack. You see the flexibility there from Kennedy, but Kraus in good position here, JD.
Yes, he is. Kennedy's doing a good job of fighting hands and keeping that far leg way back, but he actually brought it too far. Kraus was able to cut him back, sit him on his hips, and pick up the takedown.
Kraus is right back into this match with that takedown to make it 6-4. Kraus, a state qualifier. He was 33-11 last season. He was a sectional champion, a runner-up at district, and 4th at regionals. He can score some points as well. 9 of his 17 victories, bonus points. Good match here, 3-point match, 105 in the second period. Kraus, the sophomore, was 3rd at the Penstro Leasing Kickoff Classic this year. Kennedy working a 2-on-1, and we're back to the center with 49 seconds. Kennedy was 4th at the King of the Mountain, up at 133. Recently 2nd at the Heartland Athletic Conference tournaments. And Zane Kraus ties this match up 7-7.
And block, go behind.
This is big right here, 25 seconds. Kennedy able to get that escape to reclaim the lead. Both guys, JD, with some solid leg attacks.
Yeah, and conditioning is going to play a factor in this third period.
Keep in mind, Kennedy up to 133 from 127. Giving up a little bit of size. He's down by 1. We go to the third. Kennedy looking for a mat return, but Kraus
did a great job of keeping his weight low there, which prevented Kennedy from lifting and returning. And here we go, minute 40, all tied up, 8-8. Who's got the guts to go out and get this victory?
Down to 90 seconds here in this third period. 8-8, straight on shot there from Kraus.
Good hand defense there.
This has been a high-paced match. Nice sweep single here from Kraus. And Kraus able to dump him back and gets the takedown. And he leads at 11-8.
Takedown might have been a little quick. Now's the for sure 100% takedown. Kennedy, you still have plenty of time to escape, get up to your feet and get a takedown.
Kennedy works to his feet. And with that three-point takedown, Kennedy can steal this one late. He's got 40 seconds, but we talk about it all the time, JD. He's got to start to sprint now.
Absolutely, 34 seconds to go.
See Kraus drifting towards the edge. Don't believe he's been hit with stalling yet. He knows exactly what the situation is. Shot there from Kennedy, down to 20 seconds. Another shot there by Kennedy.
That was his second stall.
So second stall, so it's 11-10.
14 seconds, another time to give up another stall.
If you're Kennedy, you want to keep circling. Don't back up. Circle back inside.
Good work there from Kraus. Rough first period. It was pretty much all Kennedy in period number one. Stayed composed, got to his stuff offensively and defensively. He also scored defensively and got real tough there in the third period.
Big win for Zane Kraus. He improves to 18-3 on the season. FloWrestling Night in America from our Flow Studios here in Austin, Texas. Shane Sparks alongside JD Rader. We love good high school dual meets. We've had a good scrap, some really good matches between Bishop McDevitt and Montoursville tonight.
Yeah, I think that the last two have kind of taken the cake for me. Just constant action, all three periods, and high-level action as well.
So Bishop McDevitt, they'll get the dual meet victory tonight to improve to 13-0. Montoursville tasting defeat for the first time, dropping to 11-1. Still one match remaining in this dual meet. It comes at 139 pounds. Stick around, women's college action to follow. From Marietta, Georgia, Life University versus Presbyterian College. Life University off their National Duels Championship.
And their final varsity bout is at 139 from Montoursville, Carter Stone and for Bishop McDevitt.
Camden Baum.
Camden Baum, ranked third in the state. He's a junior with a record of 22-2. State runner-up last season at 133. Plans on wrestling for Tony Ursland and the Boilermakers at Purdue. Carter Stone, a junior with a mark of 10-7, coming off a third-place finish at the Heartland Athletic Conference tournaments. Baum leading at 3-0. Baum this season, 22 victories, 10 falls, 6 tech falls. En route to that runner-up finish last year as a sophomore, he was 48-3. 6-1. He's ranked third. You have Brant Harper of Montgomery ranked number 1. Sam Herring of Bishop McCourt. We saw him last Wednesday here on FloWrestling Night in America. The Crusher is ranked second.
You just want an excuse to shout out the Crushers as a mascot.
I like that. That's tough to beat, the Crushers. Especially in wrestling. Single leg. Baum looking for his third takedown. He's got it. Wants to continue to go to work on his feet. Baum last season won sectionals, districts, and regionals. Good fireman's carry. And this guy, JD, exhausting the scoreboard in this first period.
Yeah, he started out doing it with the physicality. Now working in a little more flashy techniques. There's more of the physicality again we saw in the first couple takedowns, but he doesn't look like he's going to have too made problems transitioning to the next level.
Baum this season was a champion at the Penstra Leasing Kickoff Classic, placed 5th at the Powerade. Tech fall would end it. Snap, go behind, and there is your tech fall, 21-6. Camden Baum, his 7th tech fall of the season, as he improves to 23-2. And that tech fall, JD, gives us a final score of 45-15. 45-15 Bishop McDevitt over Montoursville.
Yeah, McDevitt came out, took care of business where they had to, picked up extra bonus points where they could. Really good performance from start to finish from the Crusaders.
The Crusaders now 12-0, or make it 13-0 rather, and the Warriors drop to 11-1. FloWrestling Night in America, Bishop McDevitt 45, Montoursville 15. Doubleheader tonight here on FloWrestling Night in America. Good high school duel out in Pennsylvania. Now some women's college wrestling freestyle. You have Life University. They're coming off a championship at the National Duels. Ashley Flavin has done a phenomenal job there with Life University. And for Presbyterian College, making the trip to Georgia from South Carolina, that's an up-and-coming program.
Absolutely, and a big opportunity to get a good look at one of the top programs from the past handful of years on the women's college wrestling scene.
There you get a look. Upcoming dual meet, it'll be at 6 Central and 7 Eastern. FloWrestling Night in America continues. It'll be Life University and Presbyterian College right here on FloWrestling.
Ready?
Wrestling's an extreme sport. I'm an extreme person.
I remember hearing about Chance when he was in middle school because he was entering college opens and winning matches.
He was like an urban legend.
And he became mythological at that point.
Then he hits the high school scene and runs through everybody.
He was a phenom from the time that he first stepped on the mat.
He almost has it down to a science, almost.
But it definitely came at a price.
I was an opioid addict. I was addicted to fentanyl.
How difficult?
I don't want to go back.
If this kid's a hammer on the mat, he's probably crazy off as well.
Why is somebody from jail calling me?
There was rumors about Chance.
7 years probation?
But I don't think anyone thought it was going to be as bad as it was.
He can fucking tape you as soon as he wants. Stand down and shut up.
As far as Chance hiding things, I'll be honest with you, he was great at it.
I didn't know probation lasted that long. Like, if you're that bad as shit, I thought you got thrown in jail.
This isn't the guy that I thought Chance Marsteller was.
He showed up with a backpack and just looked like a shell of himself.
This is where the story of me fighting 6 police officers comes about.
He gets arrested. It's very, very bad.
Most people have given up on me at this point.
He hit rock bottom at that point.
Yeah, I don't think it's a stretch to say that Chance Marsteller is the greatest example of human triumph in the history of our sport.
The rise and then the fall and then the come up, that's a great story. And people need to hear that.
I was starting to see Chance again.
This dude's in my way of winning a world title, and that was the goal that I wrote down when I was a little kid, was win a world title. Olympic gold medal.
Some fakes and his wrestling IQ is off the charts. I appreciated that.
The little kid Chance is back.
You thought you won, and now you're in a huge hole against the greatest American wrestler of all time.
I took that personally.
That was my advice to him, was give yourself a chance.
Chance was becoming this hero. It was almost like Rocky.
Don't fool yourself, kid. You're gonna come back in here just like everybody else.
You prepared for this, you chose this. You meticulously prepped and arrived at this moment.
Training for the opportunity to beat Jordan Burroughs to represent the United States, it was ingrained in his mind.
I'm gonna keep tracking you down until I get you.
Surprises at every turn of this final act.
Can you make it back? I don't know. No one's ever told me they did.
Our wrestling doubleheader rolls on here on Flow Wrestling. It is time for some women's college action from Upper Gym on the campus of Life University in Marietta, Georgia. It is Life University versus Presbyterian College. And welcome to Flow Wrestling Night in America. Shane Sparks, once again alongside former Nebraska Kearney wrestler J.D. Rader. Saw a really good high school dual meet, Bishop McDevitt over Montoursville. And now it's time for some women's freestyle. Two teams having really good seasons. Life University only one loss this season. For Presbyterian College, they have two losses. This is going to be a really good dual meet.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure when you get to watch two of the best programs go against each other head to head.
Life University is coming off their championship at the National Duels. As you get a look at the scene, we'll begin at 103 pounds. And what makes this an interesting matchup, JD, is Life University is an NAIA school, Presbyterian an NCAA school, so a lot of times they don't get to meet each other.
That's right, and that's kind of one of the weird things, but a good thing in women's wrestling, where all these divisions really compete against each other a lot more than we see in the men's divisions.
Flow Wrestling Night in America will begin at 103 pounds. As they are wrapping up the introductions. Flow Wrestling Night in America, back at it next Wednesday with Lander versus Life, and then on January 30th, Moundsview versus Simile. And I would also add this, JD, Flow Wrestling Night in America.
February 26th.
February 26th. From Extreme Arena in Coralville, Iowa.
Spencer Lee versus Ono.
What a card that is.
I know. It's been a long time since we've done kind of one of those professional senior level cards, but we at Flow Wrestling are excited to be getting back to that, and a great opportunity for a super match, a match that a lot of fans really want to see. The Olympic silver medalist Spencer Lee, one of the greatest college wrestlers of all time, versus this new sensation Ono from Japan, who bursts onto the scene, dominated everybody en route to a world title at 61 kilos.
It's a super match with those two. I'm looking forward to as well Zahid Valencia versus Aaron Brooks.
Absolutely. Those two with a lot of history and some controversial history. We saw at the Olympic trials with the famous singlet pull from Zahid, or the lack thereof, if you're a Zahid fan, that inevitably led Aaron Brooks to make the Olympic team, and then David Taylor become the head coach at Oklahoma State, where Zahid now trains. There's all sorts of angles on this match that are really fascinating.
So make sure you mark that one down, February 26th. That'll be a Flow Wrestling Night in America in Coralville, Iowa, inside Extreme Arena. Here we are in Marietta, Georgia, for Life University. The Running Eagles, only one loss this season. Earlier today, they beat Lindsey Wilson College 38-8. Coming off their championship at the National Duels. Kat Hernandez, a freshman, ranked second in the NAIA rankings from Los Angeles, California. Two-time California State place winner, wrestling Barbieri from Presbyterian.
And that was a beautiful arm drag re-attack there from Barbieri, but Hernandez with a good sprawl. Now she's in good position to score. She needs to keep the weight down, the pressure, the weight on Barbieri's hands, and you see the pressure comes off and Barbieri gets back up to her feet.
Barbieri from Ontario, Canada. She wrestled junior college at North Iowa Area College. She was a junior All-American, spent a couple of years there before coming to Clinton, South Carolina, in wrestling at Presbyterian. No score, 1 minute into this first period. Straight on shots. there by Barbieri. Of course, women's freestyle wrestling, 2 3-minute periods. Hernandez, 13-2 this season. Soldier Salute runner-up. Erin Hikiji of the University of Providence ranked number 1 ahead of Hernandez. Barbieri this season was a champion at the Princeton Open. The Blue Hose Challenge, she was second. Won the Wasp Open. No score. Inside of 90 seconds here in this first period. What has stood out to you in this match?
These two are clearly very equal opponents. We've seen both wrestlers take good attacks, come close to scoring. They're two gritty wrestlers, which is why they're having trouble scoring so far.
Hernandez with the underhook. There's a shot by Barbieri. But good hip defense there from Hernandez, looking to beat that right shoulder and get a go behind.
And this is the grit I was talking about. Barbieri just keeping that right hand in there, getting tough. That's tough on your shoulder to keep that arm up. The easy thing would have been to bring it down. You see her shaking it out there. Let Hernandez come around for the go behind, but Barbieri's tough. She wasn't going to let that happen.
Barbieri last season was 3rd at the regionals, an NCWWC national qualifier. Quick shot there from Hernandez. She's got the 2. 30 seconds left. Hernandez with the takedown.
And good job scoring while she was on the activity clock. If that would have hit 30 seconds, Barbieri would have gotten the first point.
Another difference in women's freestyle wrestling in college is if you get a point in the match, you will add 18 points to the team scoreboard. And Hernandez here, JD, has found another gear late in this first period. Another takedown.
She's going to get this lace with 5 seconds to go. Yes.
The points can add up in a hurry. 2 on that leg lace. And now they will send the wrestlers back to their respective corners. Ashley Flavin in her 8th season. Congratulations to Coach Flavin, recently picking up her 100th career dual meet victory. That was a win over Campbellsville University en route to that national dual title. They beat Grandview to win that title 30-12. Only loss this season for Life was to Iowa 30-14. So about a 30-second break in between periods. Hernandez, a couple of takedowns and that leg lace for 2, leads at 6-0. A tech fall in freestyle wrestling is 10. Quick shot there off the whistle. Looking to get her hips underneath. You see the sprawl from Barbieri. Now Barbieri, JD, on a single leg, but crunched underneath on the shoe tops.
She had the angle for a second. Hernandez did a good job of squaring up, and now she's in good position. If she can slide back, she's going to have to try and break that lock. There she's broken the lock. Barbieri's still keeping that right arm up. If she can cross face, maybe arm drag it, she's going to score, but Barbieri holding on for a stalemate.
Life University, the past 2 years in 2023 and 2024, NAIA runner-ups. Fell to Menlo College in 2024 and second behind Southern Oregon in 2023. 60 seconds have passed in this second period. Hernandez scoring all 6 points in that first period. Barbieri with a 2-on-1. And if you're Barbieri, JD, like I said before, find a way to get a point. So even if you lose, you're able to get a point on the team scoreboard.
Definitely. And you know, Hernandez has slowed down her attack rate a little bit. She came out of this period shooting. I'm not sure if she's tired or if she's trying to sit on this lead a little bit, but could be an opening for Barbieri.
Nice deep shot from Hernandez, able to lower her level and drive through. And now she's going to get the tech fall, JD. She gets the 2 to make it 8-0.
Still needs one more turn. Just got the 2 on that.
Inside of a minute. Thought she was destined for 2 and 2.
It was close.
Kat Hernandez, sensational freshman from LA, California. A takedown away from her 14th win of the season. Ranked number 2 in the NAIA. And there's the tech fall, 10-0 for Kat Hernandez. As Hernandez able to keep Barbary off the board. Kat Hernandez, your winner at 103 pounds. £110, Anea Falcon, a freshman from Orange County, California. JD, 4-time California state champion, 119-0 in high school. She's 23-0 this season. Phenomenal. 2024 U20 World Team member. Stood atop the podium as the Soldier Salute champ. But another really good freshman in Annalise Marilet for Presbyterian. Falcon on the board first, 2-0, and looking for exposure. Of course, folk style wrestling is about control. Freestyle wrestling is about exposure. We're back to our feet. Once there's a takedown called parterre on the mat, they get about 15, 20 seconds to work with, and then it's back to their feet. Marilet, a 3-time state champion at Ashley Ridge High School, South Carolina. Presbyterian tonight without Chloe Deerwester, who's undefeated, ranked 10th in the country. Both these teams giving a little bit of rest to certain members coming off the national duels. It's a long season. 4-0 lead for Anea Falcon. Two more. Another thing that's interesting too, JD, with NAIA is you're able to take up to 2 wrestlers per weight class to the national tournament. So at Life University, you have Anea Falcon here ranked number 1 in the country. They have Deanna Gonzalez, who's ranked 7th in the country.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal recruiting tool, as well as, you know, entertainment value for the fans. But hey, you come here and you don't have to necessarily worry about being the starter, because guess what? We get 2 starters.
I love that. I love that. I wish, I know some states have that in high school. I live in Wisconsin. They do not have that. Does Iowa have that?
No.
I wish they did.
I don't know. I kind of like, hey, these are your 10 or your 14 athletes. Here's what we got.
Can take up to 12 wrestlers to the NAIA women's tournaments. No more than 2 per weight class. 30 seconds left here in the first. Falcon leading at 6-0. Marilet this season was 8th at the Princeton Open. Was 4th at the Bluehost Challenge, 3rd at the Wasp Open. A U17 Pan Am champ, but up against one of the best in Anea Falcon. And it's another tech fall for Life University. They got one from Kat Hernandez at 103. Anea Falcon, the tech fall at 110. And it's now 8-0 on the team scoreboard. The Running Eagles running away early.
I can see why Falcon was undefeated in high school and so far in college. That girl is very good.
Ranked number 1 in the country, Anea Falcon. So we'll have a forfeit here at 117. Unfortunately, Charlie Schuler, battling a recent sickness, unable to go for Presbyterian. So that's going to be 5. I believe that was Selena Shotwell that came out to receive the forfeit at 117. Selena Shotwell ranked 4th in the country. Washington native, who's having a phenomenal season. Shotwell made the finals at the Soldier Salutes. Shotwell back at Life University after some time at McKendree. She began her career at Life, where she made the national finals in 2022.
You don't see that too often. Transferring to one school and then back to your original school. Interesting career path.
So 13-0 on my scorecard as we'll head to 124. This is Alyssa Mahan, a sophomore ranked 5th in the NCAA rankings. She's from Wilmington, Delaware Military Academy. And you have the step out in freestyle wrestling that you don't see in folk style. Mahan, 18-5. Got a fall earlier today in Presbyterian's win over Lindsey Wilson. Anna Kresa from Greenwood, Indiana. Indiana state champion, comes in today with a record of 19-8. Mid-South Conference champion, an All-American at the NAIA tournament last season. She finished 6th. And a situation here, JD just alluded to it. At this weight class for Life, Kresa's ranked 6th. They have Ariana Martinez ranked 5th. You wonder what it's like in the room there.
You know, the relationship's probably a little bit better than in a place where only one gets to start. When you know you both get to start at the national tournament, and hey, we get to maybe settle in the national finals.
Iron sharpens iron, right?
Right.
So 1-0 score as we near the midway point in this first period. Just the push-outs for Mahan. And now Kresa in on the legs, but you see Mahan looking to come up and roll her through. Or Kresa, rather.
Yeah, Mahan's got to keep her weight low here. She's doing a good job of it now. If those hips come up, Kresa can take her over just like that.
And there's going to be 2 for Kresa, who's got her first lead, now up 2-1. Back to their feet, 117. Mahan, an NCWWC national qualifier, 32 wins a year ago. Nearing 20 wins in this her sophomore season. Was a runner-up at the Princeton Open, a Blue Hose champion. Tournament hosted by Presbyterian. She won the WASP Open and was 5th at the Midlands. And Mahan in great shape right here, JD.
That was a great fireman's. Now Kresa has to get back to a defendable position. That's a defendable position to score another set of exposure points. I think Mahan should continue to kind of run that almost like a traditional butcher. around the head of Crazy. Right now she's walking towards the legs.
Back and forth first period. Mahan with the lead 3-2. 20 seconds here in this first period. Nice shot there from Mahan as she's able to drive through and gets 5-2. I love that urgency in short time. I mean, that shot right there, JD, conviction.
Absolutely. Hey, question for you, Shane. That move, I called it a butcher, you know, when you come across the face and you're grabbing the tricep. Okay.
Yes.
You know, I know some people call it barbed wire, or I've heard it called a couple other names, but I've always been butcher.
I've called it butcher as well. What is your favorite name of a wrestling move?
Favorite name of a wrestling move? Okay. I don't know. What's yours?
To me, Coffee Grinder Tech Falls, the second coolest name, which has got to be Cement Mixer.
Cement Mixer's
I like
a good
Cement
one.
Mixer. Coffee Grinder's number one for me, but Cement Mixer's two.
There's
But
a lot of debate on Cement Mixer as well. I was always call it, now Cement Mixer is where you go underneath, right? Cow catchers, when you throw them over top. Cement Mixer, you roll underneath.
5-2 first period for Alyssa Mahan. 5th ranked in the country for Presbyterian, the sophomore.
I know in Nebraska they call that a twister. And you go underneath. And in Pennsylvania, all right, people are going to get mad at me. I can't remember. One is a cement job and one is a cement special. Right. But for the life of me, I can't remember which one is job and which one is special.
I'm with you. I know they're different. Here we go in the second period. Alyssa Mahan looking to put Presbyterian on the board. One thing we know in freestyle wrestling, JD, 3 points, that is nothing. I mean, 10 points at Tech Fall in folk style wrestling, when somebody's up by 7 or 8, you're probably pretty safe.
Right.
In freestyle, somebody gets a lace or a gut wrench, quick feet to back, can add the points up quickly. Every now and then you'll see, it doesn't happen a ton, but you'll see it. Somebody's up 9-0 on the cusp of getting teched. They get life, and next thing you know, they're up 19-9, and they get the tech fall.
That's right, especially with things like leg lace, gut wrench, where you can put a bunch together. It's
get a
the
leg
wrestling
lace and
version.
take one mat to the other side.
It's the wrestling version of a knockout, or it can be.
Alyssa Mahan with a 7-2 lead.
I guess maybe I should refer to it as like a TKO. You know, the pin is the KO. That leg lace can be like a 10-move combination if you're a boxer that puts your opponent in the ground.
Mahan and Crazy here at 124. Mahan looking to lift her through.
So just the takedown for Crazy. Now Mahan looking to get one on the reversal.
And she's able to get that. 60-second second period. As I said, they get about 15-20 seconds in parterre on the mat before they bring them back to their feet. 8-4.
So just the 2-1. I think that was a good call. I don't think there was exposure on that crotch lock. It was close.
In freestyle, it's got to be 90. Straight on double leg here from Mahan. See the flexibility there from Crazy.
This is how she scored in the first period on a crotch lock here. Mahan's in a little bit better position to defend.
Mahan reached back for that arm, and there's going to be 2 for Crazy, and again, the 1 on the reversal for Mahan, 11-6. You'll take that exchange, but the problem is with less than 30 seconds left in the match.
Too little, too late. Local crowd there.
Good crowd,
in Georgia
exactly.
tonight. Tell you what, Anna Krasa's going down swinging.
She gets 2 more, but time is going to run out. 11-10 final.
And looks like that score bug was just maybe a couple seconds off, but that will be the final.
11-10, so Mahan improves to 19-5, 2 wins on the day for the sophomore. Life University leading Presbyterian College. It's FloWrestling Night in America. Wrestling fans, this is for you. Access every match, rankings, and exclusive content with your FloWrestling annual subscription. Whether you're following high school, college, or freestyle, FloWrestling has you covered with live events, interviews, and more. Don't miss a single moment of the action, only on FloWrestling. Shane Sparks, JD Raider, here in Marietta, Georgia. FloWrestling Night in America. Life University leading Presbyterian College 14-3. JD and I are actually in our Austin, Texas studios. You are looking at Upper Gym in Marietta, Georgia. 131 pounds. Sarah Savage, two-time NAIA national runner-up. She's a junior from Colorado Springs. 3-time high school state champion, won Fargo in 2022. Wrestling Cassie Doherty, a freshman from Newport News, Virginia. State champion at Menscheville High School, 13-10 on the season.
We were talking before this match came live, Shane. Sarah Savage, one of the best names in wrestling.
It's a great name. Couple of really good names for Life. As Savage, that's going to be 4 feet to back, 4-0. You got Selena Shotwell as well. But Sarah Savage, I give that the gold medal. I would agree.
I think so, too.
You better be good with a name like Sarah Savage.
She backs it up. She is phenomenal.
2-time Mid-South Conference champion. Won the Soldier Salute a couple of times. She was third at the World Team Trials, 2023 Pan Am champion, ranked number 2 in the country in NAIA. Doherty trying to slow her down a little bit. Just over a minute has passed, inside of 2 minutes in this first period. Doherty this season was 4th at the Blue Hose Challenge and 4th at the Wasp Open as well. Doherty comes in 13-10. Savage goes up and snags a wrist off the whistle.
Savage is doing a great job of continuing to take ground this entire match, just continuing to march forward.
Doherty working a 2-on-1. Savage, good snap into a front headlock. Looking for that go behind, trying to beat the right shoulder. And she's able to get to 2. So 6-0. Tight gut wrench. 50 seconds to go in this first period. Savage had a tech fall earlier today against Lindsey Wilson. Life University beat Lindsey Wilson 38-8. And Presbyterian College beat Lindsey Wilson earlier today 31-14. Half a minute showing in this first period. Savage on a single leg. And gets 2 on the takedown, 8-0. Could tell a situation right there. J.D. Doherty could ill afford to go feet to back. Would have been a tech fall. And no one to hold him and no one to fold him in freestyle wrestling. Give up a 2, you can't give up a 4.
Absolutely, she did get a good job of turning down. Savage came close to that gut wrench there. Probably wise not to really sell out for it, as Doherty was looking to step over.
And we will take this to the second period. Savage with the 8-0 lead. For Presbyterian, they are 10-2 on the season. Their only losses were to King and McKendree. They fell to McKendree at the National Duels 24-20 to take 5th place. Presbyterian College, Clinton, South Carolina. Head coach Brian Vudanitis, 4th year with the program, 2nd as head coach, assisted by Patrick Guerin. NCAA rankings, Iowa ranked number 1, King University 2nd, ahead of North Central College. Grand Valley State is ranked 4th, McKendree ranked 5th. Colorado Mesa University, and then it's Presbyterian College, ranked 7th. Crowd making some noise. Sarah Savage 2 points away from a tech fall, looking to join her teammates Kat Hernandez and Anea Falcon, who accomplished the feats at 103 and 110. 14-3 on the dual meet scoreboard. The Running Eagles with the lead. And Sarah Savage gets the takedown and the 10-0 tech fall. Sarah Savage ranked 2nd in the nation in NAIA. Pair of wins here today inside of her home gym. And the 2-time NAIA national runner-up puts 4 more points on the board for the Running Eagles, who now lead it 18-3. Zayna McBride for Life University, ranked 3rd in the country. And Karina Jeanne Girusso, a freshman from Hamilton, New Jersey, had a tech fall earlier today. Jeanne Girusso went to Northern Burlington County Regional High School. 20 wins on the season to 2 losses, and she's got the 2.
And I'm surprised they called that 2. I didn't. The referee is saying there was a cradle. They will confirm the takedown.
Zayna McBride, JD, of course, one of 3 sisters with Jamila and Latifa. Jamila ranked number 1 at 145, Latifa ranked number 1 at 160. Good matchup here at 138 pounds. And that's going to be a point for McBride on the step outs.
And there I'm surprised they called the step out as grounding. It's oftentimes the call. I think that's what Presbyterian coach is potentially arguing, that they took the shot, they were in the grounded position when they went out of bounds.
And typically at world level events, freestyle wrestling, you have the mat official, you have
the table and the
judge
chair.
in the chair. 2-1 score. 60 seconds into this first period. Jeanne Girusso scoring the first points. Another point for McBride, and now you see the blue box has Jeanne Girusso leading with criteria because she's got 1 2-point move. Nobody has ever tied in freestyle wrestling.
That's right.
Aside from 0-0.
For that, somebody's always winning and losing.
So Jeanne Girusso with that takedown leads criteria. She's a Fargo champion, U17 Pan Am bronze, placed at the Midlands. She was 3rd earlier this season, 3rd at the Princeton Open, and was a champion at the Blue Hose Challenge. Good match here, 60 seconds first period. And getting the go behind McBride. And she's up 4-2. 4 unanswered for Zayna McBride, 3rd ranked in the nation, NAIA.
I like the body language here, the attitude, the apparent attitude from McBride. She went right to the center. Not even to the center, but Jeanne Girusso's side of the mat got right in her face as soon as the whistle blew. And is continuing to stay aggressive here. She looks to score with short time.
No points. Zayna McBride from Buffalo, New York. She's a junior. A lot of success. She won Who's Number One in 2023 here on FloWrestling. 2024 Mid-South Conference champion, a 2-time NAIA All-American, and she scores in the final seconds of the period to take a 6-2 advantage.
Yeah, that was crafty. The right foot, the little outside trip, kind of just an off balance. Put Jeanne Girusso down on the mat and allowed her to go behind quickly. Good work there, scoring in short time.
Jeanne Girusso took the lead 2-0, but 6 unanswered. Those short time points, regardless of style, those are huge. who's number one? In my humble opinion, JD, the coolest event on Flow Wrestling.
It's great. It's great for spectators. It's a great experience for those kids and their coaches and families as well. That one's always a fun event for the kids and
how about this past fall at Pitt Johnstown?
Yeah.
That place was electric.
It was.
Collar ties. 2.5 showing in the second period. And they give another point to McBride on that step out.
McBride really starting to roll here.
Doing a really good job just moving forward, taking territory. Underhook. Now able to bring Gene Geruso in that front headlock position, go behind, 9-2. Great job off that throw by with the underhook, making 11-2. That was really nice.
Yeah, and that's sometimes where you see wrestlers get caught when they really start feeling themselves and they kind of forget their opponent can shoot. And Gina just looked like she was in on a deep shot there, but McBride threw that by beautifully. Great job staying composed there while continuing to come forward even through your opponent's shot.
You mentioned body language before. She's got great body language.
Yes, she does.
Another front headlock position.
She tried to go back to that little kind of outside off balance trip.
Working Jan Geruso towards the edge. And that will be a step out and a tech fall. 12-2 for Zayna McBride. With that, she'll get the 4 points for the tech fall. And since Gian Geruso was able to score, it is a point for Presbyterian. (22-4), the Running Eagles with the lead. £145 is coming up. It is Flow Wrestling Night in America here on Flow Wrestling. Your college sports have a home on Flow College. Watch more than 12,000 college sporting events from 100 schools and 12 different conferences only on Flow College. Head to flowcollege.com today to see everything now. Life University Running Eagles coming off their championship at the National Duels. 8-1 on the season. They beat Grandview University 30-12 to claim that title. 151-27 combined team scores for the Running Eagles atop the podium. At 145 pounds, Paige Wehrmeister for Presbyterian. And Christina Hine, a sophomore for Life. Wehrmeister, a redshirt sophomore. She is ranked 4th in the nation in the NCAAs at 138. Gets the quick takedown. Working on that leg lace.
Yeah, really clean re-attack double. I like the transition. Jean did a good job of keeping her knees far apart, which didn't allow Wehrmeister to continue the leg lace.
Wehrmeister from St. Louis, Missouri, couple-time Missouri State champion. Wrestled at Parkway West High School. Fargo All-American. Earlier today against Lindsey Wilson, gets a tech fall to improve a record at 19-6. NCWWC All-American. In 2023, she was 3rd with a 38-5 record. Last year battled some injuries. Back to their feet. Wehrmeister this season was a runner-up at the Princeton Open, Blue Hose Challenge champion, runner-up at the Wasp Open, and was 6th at the Midlands. She leads it 2-0 with 90 seconds remaining in this first period. Hard snap there from Hine out of Madera, California. She's 14-9. Lost a close one earlier today, 8-6 to Corey Campbell of Lindsey Wilson. There's a shot by Hine, but those hips from Wehrmeister just crashing down.
Yeah, really tough. And Hine's continuing to work through here. I'd like to see her try and get to a lock. There, now she's got her hands locked around her leg, but great job by Wehrmeister there, breaking the lock and picking up the go-behind takedown.
Now 4-0. Wehrmeister working in parterre here with 50 seconds in this first period. Life University winning the National Duels NAIA. Iowa Hawkeyes winning NCAAs at the National Duels. And what a great event that is.
It's great.
It's one of those events, once you go there once, you'll go back every year.
Right? It used to be in Louisville every year, and then they added D1 teams again, and now it's in Cedar Falls where they held the Division I National Duels. Was that 15 years ago?
I remember one in, I believe it was 2002. 4-0 for Paige Wehrmeister. After the first 3 minutes. Wrestling here at 145. 22-4. Life University, they got a tech fall from Kat Hernandez at 103, and Aya Falcon a tech fall at 110. Selena Shotwell received a forfeit at 117. Sarah was again a savage at 131. She got a tech fall. And Zayna McBride with a tech fall at 138 as well for the Running Eagles. Early second period. Wehrmeister goes to that 2-on-1. That is such a great hold. You can master a 2-on-1, you can do a lot of damage.
You know, you can use it offensively or defensively as well.
Wehrmeister with those heavy hips. Gets the go behind. 2 more. Her 3rd score. All of the 2-point variety now leads at 6-0.
I'm surprised we haven't seen, for as many points as we've seen tonight, we haven't seen that many turns from the top position.
Ashley Flavin in her 8th season, assisted by her husband Christian. Riley Dalrymple Jane Allen, Victoria Francis, and Devin Gomez does a phenomenal job with publicity and media. A leg lace away from ending this one, and she's able to roll through. And Paige Wehrmeister gets the tech fall for Presbyterian. 4 on the board. Three matches to go, 160, 180. And we'll end the night. May Kyler, a freshman, really impressive, ranked 4th in the nation. She is 19-1. 4-time state champion from Alexandria, Virginia. Brentsville District High School. Midlands champion, Max Kyler. Tech fall earlier today. Ugochi Ananobi for Life University. Two-0 score, 60 seconds in. Ananobi with a 2-on-1.
Really, it was the strength of Ananobi in that first takedown, just completely overpowered Kyler with her hips and her pressure to get the first takedown.
Ananobi from Baltimore, Maryland. 10-6 record. Controlling the mat, has an underhook left side. Throws it by and scores the 2, 4-0. Drops down to a leg lace.
Ananobi did a great job of attacking that position, right? She felt like she had an advantage there in the upper body, and she used it effectively.
Unable to turn with the leg lace, back to their feet with 1 minute in this first period. Crawler Chi. Inside trip attempts. Over-under position for Ananobi. 25 seconds in this first period. Good action here on the edge. And it's a point for Kyler. Good matchup here at 160 pounds. Short time in the first. End of the first period. FloWrestling Night in America returns next Wednesday. Been a fun season. FloWrestling Night in America, we talked about it earlier. Mark your calendars, February 26th. Super match times 100 from Extreme Arena in Coralville, Iowa. And Inobi goes back to that underhook. She likes to be using those underhooks. Can just see the power. Needs to slow down a bit.
Yeah, and she's playing in the wrist fight now, moving up to collars. As far as Kyler's going back to those upper body ties with the underhook. This is where Anunoby scored in the first. She was able to get to this underhook and throw it by.
Now she's got her hands locked. The head and arm.
Come on, G.
What can you do if you are Kyler here?
You got to clear out of that underhook, right? Post on the chest, get that arm back and clear out of it. Come to a collar or your underhook. She was comfortable there in the underhook, but can't be hanging out in your opponent's dominant tie.
Kyler now with an underhook. Down to 125 left in this match.
Kyler threatened there with that far knee pick off of the underhook, but I think there's a strength advantage for Anunoby here, which really favors her, considering clearly Kyler's favoring that underhook position. But if you have a strength advantage, that's going to give you a very strong advantage in this underhook position.
Been in this position for quite some time. Had that underhook. Head throw attempt there from Kyler. Inside trip once again from Anunoby. Unsuccessful.
That was nice work by Kyler to get back up to her feet. I thought almost for sure Anunoby was going to be able to convert that into a takedown on the failed headlock attempt. As the time winds down here, I've been surprised to see Kyler continuing to go back to that underhook. You know, it hasn't really been too successful all match. I thought maybe she should mix it up and try a different attack. But hey, if that's your bread and butter, live by the sword, die by the sword.
Ugochi Anunoby, the freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, gets the decision for Life University at 160 pounds. May Kyler scored. So it's 3 points for Life to give them 25, and the point for Presbyterian gives them 9. So 25-9 as we head to 180 pounds.
Let's go, Rika!
Rika Busa, freshman for Life University. Member of the Hungarian national team. She's undefeated this season, 6-0. And this is Henley Haynes, a sophomore from Panama City Beach, Florida. Wrestled at A. Crawford Mosley High School, couple-time Florida State champion. Point for Busa on the push-outs. Haynes, NCWC All-American. She was 8th. But Busa right here with a single leg, driving Haynes towards the boundary. And instead of getting the takedown, she'll settle for the one on the step out, 2-0. Haynes was a Fargo finalist. 2023 Midlands finalist. This season was a runner-up at the Red Lady Open. received a forfeit earlier today against Lindsey Wilson in Presbyterian's win. I have her at 4-4 on the season. Busa with a pair of step-out points, leading it 2-0. FloWrestling Night in America. Earlier today, we saw Bishop McDevitt defeat Montoursville in a top 5 matchup in Pennsylvania AA. That was a 45-15 score. And Life University is going to get the dual meet victory here tonight. And with that, the Running Eagles will improve to 9-1. Their only loss to Iowa, that was 30-14. And for Presbyterian, they will fall to 10-3. And there's a takedown for Busa.
That was great feel from Busa. She pressured him, got Haynes to pressure back in. That's when she snapped, and that's why she was able to get it clean and quickly finish.
Couple of step-out points. There gets the takedown, 4-0 lead, 40 seconds in the first period. Shot there from space, but right into that front headlock of Busa. Nice job right there to change directions. And looking for the transition, but Haynes able to step over and get the reversal.
Now Busa did get 2 on that turn before giving up the reversal.
So it should be 8-1, correct?
I believe so.
Short time in this first period. And the first period comes to a conclusion. Scoreboard reads 6-1.
Maybe I'm wrong. I wouldn't be the first time, but I thought I saw official throw up 2, and then
I'm with you. I thought it was
2 more.
I thought it was 2.
I thought that's what it should have been, as well.
Flow Radio live tomorrow morning. Guys are sleeping in a little bit now. It used to be what, at 8:30? Now it's 10?
It used to be 8. Now it's 10.
As they're getting older, you need that extra sleep.
I'm definitely a fan of it.
Single leg. And switches off, looking to cast across. But Busa with good defense. And Haynes gets the 1 to make it 6-2.
Haynes is going to get the point there, but that was a phenomenal fight.
Yes, it was.
Busa, she was almost dead to rights there.
It was a really good
2-point
attack.
takedown.
Yes. Haynes, really good attack. Straight on shot once again. She's been here before. Right into that front headlock. No points yet. Busa puts her head in the side, and now she's awarded the 2. So it's 8-2. They'll be allowed to work in parterre here for a little while. And if Haynes is able to elevate, maybe get a reversal, but she's crunched underneath, and the whistle blows. I'm really impressed with the crowd. I mean, supporting the program, and I said it before, Ashley Flavin, I mean, she does a phenomenal job just promoting this program.
Absolutely.
She built something special there in Marietta, Georgia.
I think I've been to several events her life has attended, and they are always loud and rowdy for their team.
Good shot from Busa. Haynes trying to hip in. Boos is able to work to her feet. Haynes continues to defend. And Busa gets that arm out and gets the point. She will get the tech fall. Another tech fall for the running Eagles. This one from Rika Busa. (29-10). One more match to close the night. You are watching FloWrestling Night in America. Better on the big screen. Head to your preferred device app store to download the all-new Flow Sports TV apps for Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, and Chromecast. Set your favorites, search our library of live and on-demand content, and so much more. Download it today. Final match of the evening. Vanessa Isaac, a freshman ranked 3rd in the country. And that is Maria Ayono for Presbyterian. Isaac with those double overs. She's got an underhook there on the right side. Isaac from Toledo, Ohio. 15-1 on the season, a 4-time high school state champion. She won Fargo 3 times. She's an Ironman champ and stood atop the podium inside Extreme Arena in Coralville. She won the Soldier Salute. She leads at 1-0. Ayono, a freshman from Sparks, Nevada. 20-5 record. She's a 2-time Fargo All-American.
I like this from Isaac. She knows where she's good. She gets to it and then she attacks the position.
Just owning the mat. And that is going to be 2 for Isaac, who leads at 3-0. Presbyterian's got some really good depth at this weight class. They have Ayono, who is ranked 8th in the NCAAs, and they have Ella Beam, who is ranked 7th. Ella Beam getting the win against Lindsey Wilson earlier today. 3-0. 90 seconds left in this first period. Front headlock here from Isaac. Trying to drop down Ayono. And now she's going to settle in and look to put a cherry on top for life. A fall for Vanna Isaac. She points to the crowd. Vanna Isaac ranked 3rd in the NAIA, now 16-1. And her sensational season rolls on as she gets a fall in front of the home crowd. And Life University right now, JD, rolling.
They are a tough team.
Two teams shake hands. Fun dual meet to call. Life University over Presbyterian College. (34-10) the final score. So congratulations to Bishop McDevitt, who beat Montoursville in the first match of our doubleheader, 45-15. And here, Life University over Presbyterian College, the final score of 34-10. Well, that wraps up FloWrestling Night in America on this night. Big thanks to our production crew alongside J.D. Rader. I'm Shane Sparks saying good night from Austin, Texas. This has been a presentation of Flow Sports.